What's up, Camp Griddlemore? I have a confession to make. I have never been a crafty guy. I did win second place in the art fair once, but that was kind of an anomaly. But it's not gonna stop me from trying to make some really crafty and spooky pancakes on today's episode. So let's make either 3 or 4 spooky pancakes. I'll show you my technique, and Shaun will give each of them a spooky score. So let's get camping and let's get cooking. Let's get started by using our Blackstone tableware set here. And I'm gonna use the big bowl on the outside here for our regular pancake mix. And then I'm gonna use one of the smaller serving bowls that's inside of this for the chocolate pancake mix. And you will see that there is a method to my spooky madness. All right, Camp Griddlemore, one of the key things you have to do to make these spooky pancakes with the Jeremy technique is you've got to use a little bit more water than what the box requires, because our pancake mix is going to end up going into squeezy bottles. So what I did here is I used 4.5 cups of pancake mix and I used 4 cups of water, and I think I've got the consistency exactly right to pour it into the squeezy bottles. Now, when you do pour it into the squeezy bottles, it will get a little bit messy. I'm going to actually use the measuring cup again to actually put this into the squeezy bottles, and I have a basin underneath to catch any of the mess I make, though it wasn't actually that bad. For our next step, we need to make some chocolate pancake mix, and you will see why in a second. We don't need as much of the chocolate though. So let's use 1 cup of pancake mix, 1/2 cup of the baking cocoa powder, and then 1 cup of water. And we're also gonna put that into a squeezy bottle, and that should be just about right in terms of the consistency. Now that we have our squeezy bottles filled up with pancake mix, let's make our first spooky pancake. And this is going to be a spiderweb pancake with spiders. We're not going to use the chocolate pancake mix for this one. Now, using one of our smaller squeezy bottles with a really fine point, we are actually going to draw a spider web right onto our griddle top. I feel like the griddle is my canvas and this squeezy bottle is my brush. I feel like an artist here. We're just gonna go up and down, and then we're gonna go at a diagonal both ways, and then do our little half loops to finish our spider webs. And then this one's gonna be a little bit tricky to flip, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you loosen it with the spatula underneath so that you get a really nice clean flip. If you flip it and it breaks, you can just use the squeezy bottle and repair it. Spider webs do break. All right, let's add our gummy spiders to this spiderweb pancake to make it extra spooky. And Shaun, what is your spooky score on my spiderweb pancake with spiders? Okay. 1 to 10 ghosts, what do you got?
I'm gonna shorten the scale to 1 to 5. I'm gonna give it 2.5.
2.5, that's like not so spooky.
Right in the middle.
Okay, right in the middle. All right, I'll take it. All right, we're gonna give Maverick a bite of the spiderweb pancake and see if he thinks it's spooky. And apparently he doesn't think it's very spooky at all either. We're gonna give him a bite of this one because the next few that we make have chocolate, and we wanna make sure we don't give those to Maverick. All right, let's move on to our second spooky pancake, and I call this one the Angry Pac-Man Ghost. I made a really nice one at home the other night. I hope I can replicate it right here on the griddle. We're gonna stay again on low heat. Don't go above medium heat on these. You need to give yourself some time to draw.
He's sad or angry?
He's
give him eyebrows, give him eyebrows.
Angry. Eyebrows, oh my God, that's gonna be a little bit hard. I gotta be very precise. Now, Shaun, what is your spooky score on the Angry Pac-Man, which you called the Sad Pac-Man?
He looks pretty sad.
He looks very sad.
Vote in the comments, angry or sad.
What is the spooky score?
Spooky score, it's gotta be a 1.
Oh my gosh, this is tough. Tough judge here. Okay, yeah, they're actually, but what if you were like a little kid?
Fun score 5, spooky 1.
All right, I'll take it. Fun score, we're just trying to have fun here. All right, for our third spooky pancake, we're gonna make the one that I call the classic flying ghost. And this one takes the utmost precision. It is one smooth hand movement to complete the ghost. And yeah, his one arm is a little bit bigger than the other. And we've got it, 2 classic flying spooky ghosts with the chocolate pancake mix as the outline and for the eyes, and then filling in the middle with the regular pancake mix. All right, Shaun, Mr. Tough Guy with the scores. What's your score for my classic flying ghost pancake?
I was really impressed with your sweeping movement to draw it out.
It takes that fast hand motion, that artistic presence. You have to be completely focused. But more importantly, Shaun, what is the spooky score? And everybody watching, give your spooky score in the comments, please.
I am going to give this 3 out of 5 ghosts.
I will take 3 out of 5 on this one because Shaun is tough with his scoring. All right, let's do my 4th spooky pancake. I wasn't sure about doing this one, but I'm gonna give it a try. I call this one the punk rock ghost. This is either gonna be my masterpiece or a complete flop. This one's a little bit more involved. We're doing eyes, nose, a mouth, hair, and ears on this one. And I don't think it looks that bad. Shaun, what do you think in terms of a spooky score?
I'll give it a 2.
A 2. Okay, so the classic flying ghost gets the highest score from Shaun, but now it's time for Shaun to make a pancake, and he's gonna have to come up with his own spooky pancake, and then I'm gonna give him a spooky score. Ooh, skeleton kinda, Punisher kinda theme. Were you artistic in school, Shaun?
Not at all. You saw the focus that went into that. That's as focused as you'll ever see me.
I think that looks pretty good.
Ever cook from this side of the griddle?
No, that's amazing though. Love this technique. No pressure.
Oh,
And I missed, oh, what kind of a camera guy am I? I totally missed the flip. I went
That's
up to your
perfect.
face. Not bad, dude.
Shaun, the camera guy's super spooky, scary skeleton pancake.
I love it.
All right, Jeremy, so what's the spooky score?
The highest score you gave me was a 3, okay? But I practiced. You did pretty good there. I'm gonna give you 3.5 ghosts out of 5.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no
let
way.
you win this thing because I practiced for a few hours the other night. And Camp Griddlemore, the point is not that I'm super crafty and these came out super perfect. I think the point is that you could do this at the campground with your kids using this simple technique with chocolate pancake mix and regular pancake mix in squeezy bottles and let the kids all make their own spooky pancakes. I think this would be a blast at the campground. Let me know in the comments below if you will do this for Halloween while you are camping, and let me know your spooky scores. Whoa. Let me know your spooky scores for the pancakes that we made today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week right here at Camp Griddlemore.